Hi everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to make a risotto primavera and ensuring that we use all parts of our ingredients so that it is a sustainable recipe. So what does it mean to be sustainable in the kitchen? When it comes to an ingredient, how are you using 100% of this? What portion of the ingredient is going to landfill? Or how else can we use it? Something like a mushroom stem can go into a stock to enhance its flavour. Or, for example, basil. Instead of discarding the stem that it comes off, you can actually regrow it for future recipes. So in this recipe, we're going to see how we're going to be sustainable with our ingredients to create a lovely meal.
Risottos are really adaptable recipes, and it's a great way to use up ingredients before they spoil in your fridge or pantry. Safety first in the kitchen. Make sure you have a grippy mat underneath your chopping board so it doesn't move around. Make sure your knives are facing away from you and you're always wearing an apron. Okay, let's get cracking. Chop up all your vegetables and get them ready for the cooking process. Scraps can go into a pot for your stock to enhance its flavour. Store-bought stocks can be enhanced with extra vegetables to boost your flavour. A great way to extract the moisture out of your eggplants is to salt them and let them sit. Once they've sat and the moisture has come out, rinse them and spin them to get as much liquid out as possible. We're then going to add our eggplants into a baking dish with the tomatoes and the garlic, cover with some oil and pop into a preheated 200-degree oven to start the cooking process. Now over to the stove. Make sure that the handles of your pots are facing away from you so that you don't accidentally knock them over. Heat some oil in your pan and then add your onions. As you can see, the stock is gently simmering on the back burner. Add some salt to your onions to extract its sweetness. Once those onions are softened, add the rice into the pot and start toasting the grains in the oil and the onions so it absorbs the flavour. Gently stir the rice around so that it doesn't catch to the bottom of the pot. Start adding the stock into the pot so that we can begin the absorption method. Start by using the vegetables that will take the longest to cook first. Slowly add them into the pot with extra stock to continue that absorption method. Take the eggplant, garlic and tomatoes out of the oven. Remove the garlic cloves from its skin and mash it with the back of a fork in the tray. Then we're going to add this into the pot with the rest of the risotto ingredients. At this point, we want to be adding the last of the vegetables to the risotto as the grains are starting to soften with the absorption method by adding the stock. You can see that the starches in the rice have started to thicken the risotto. Once the grains are cooked, add your basil, season, monte in your butter, which is a nice way of slowly folding it into the risotto to make it creamy. Add your parmesan for extra flavour and creaminess. Stir and make sure you taste for seasoning. Now on to a quick cleanup. When washing your knife, make sure that the blade is facing away from you and you are very careful when you're placing it into the drying area.
And there we have it, guys. made this wonderfully nutritious meal, and we've also reduced our food waste footprint. The other scraps that we had left over, these can easily be composted. And then on top of that, you've got the basil stems, and they've still got their root system. Replant them, rehydrate them, make a new supply. Let's start thinking about how we impact our earth.